Welcome, everyone. Dr. Anthony Criniti IV here, also known as Dr. Finance. And today's a very quick, short episode, a little video. I want to thank everyone for all that you do, all the subscribers out there. It's a special moment here today. We actually reached 50,000 subscribers to the YouTube community today. So this is really, sorry, it's really an important milestone here, and I wanted to celebrate it and just cover some basic stuff with you guys. So just take a few moments. Want to thank everyone. So folks, I have much larger social media channels than YouTube, and I've been building it though the past few months. Really been pushing this to expand. This is now my number one social media site. I focus all my energy on here. If you guys don't know, I was a Clubhouse host for 2.5 years until about 2 months ago, and then I just stopped running the rooms. I had some of the biggest name speakers on there of all kinds. So now my energy's shifting to YouTube, and we've grown pretty fast. This tribe has grown probably in less than 2 months to 50,000, and I'm just super excited. I mean, to me, this means more than the million plus that I have on Facebook, and of course, everyone's important, but my energy's here right now. I really believe in what this platform stands for and what it can do, and I'm kind of upset in some ways that I didn't do this much sooner, but it was meant to be done now. Everything that you do is meant to be done right in this moment. So I'm meeting you guys in the present, wherever you were before. I was meant to be here at this moment. And I just want to share some quick milestones, and some of the things that first of all, let's start with what I'd like to accomplish. I really want this channel to be to help me to meet my goal, which is really to help educate people about finance. I mean, I was a finance professor for about 10 years and a financial planner for about a decade before that. Wrote these books, got no traction as a university professor at six universities online. Didn't make any headway with that for 10 years. So, you know, it was only really about the past 3 years that I've been able to pick up some traction because of focusing a lot of my energy on marketing and learning that aspect. But I want to talk to you today about milestones. So meeting this milestone just made me reflect on, you know, I never anticipated that this is where I would be at this moment. Folks, the funny thing about life is that you never know exactly how it's going to turn out or what the outcome could be. All you can control is the moment where you're at right now and start building from there. And I was listening, by the way, I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked, but I just want to also let you know, folks, I uploaded one of my Clubhouse stages, several of my Clubhouse events to the YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm going to just reveal maybe 7. I think I got 7 planned, 7 full ones. So they're like 6 hours long. So check them out if you can. It's really, you know, if you're looking for just like a quick 5-minute video or short, that's not the place. But if you want some just long videos that you want to listen to, these are actual stages. So Clubhouse was audible and listen only. But one of the events I was actually, by doing this, I'm going back and doing a lot of thinking lately about how I got to this point and reflect on the past 2.5 years, the people that I was exposed to through these Clubhouse events, hosting them and then tying it in with the podcast. And listen to one of the stages today from like, I think 1.5 years ago with Dan Clark. I had 2 Hall of Fame speakers on the stage and several billionaires and multimillionaires and just all kinds of folks were on that event at the same moment. And I started thinking to myself, wow, I mean, I really, there's a lot that I did, but there's a lot more to do. And one of the lines that Dan Clark had said, which I really liked, it really says a lot. And I think this could be a learning experience here. Today is the oldest we've ever been, but it's the youngest we could be. So if you think about that, and you have to think about that's a very profound Hall of Fame speaker line. One sentence that basically makes us reflect for a very long time. The oldest we've ever been today, right now, this present moment, and the youngest we could ever be. So if you think about it, folks, you know, if you're alive right now and you're listening to this, okay, you are indeed special. And you may be even 80, 90, 100 years old, and it might be, and still not too late to do great things, to accomplish goals that you wanted to do, to reach milestones that you've always wanted to do. Why not? And that's the thing about the present moment. Yeah, we are the oldest we've ever been. You still might, you know, even if you're 20 or 80, it does not matter your age. You still have the ability to do what you want to do, to accomplish your goals. You still have the option to go out there and make life the way you want it to be, to your design. So tying this into this particular goal that I've met today, that this community has met, 50,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and we're building it and growing and thriving. And I haven't even released a fraction of the content that I wanted to put out there. And I'm a believer, and I have a lot of skill sets that I have to improve on as well. And that's going to take some time. But the point being, though, is that it wasn't an easy journey. And this is for all those who are out there that might be confused. You might not even know where you stand in life, and your purpose in your life, and why you're doing what you're doing. I wasn't always, you know, an author with 3 books and all these goals that I've met and stuff. There was a long period of my journey to get to this moment where I was lost, I was confused, but I always just kept trying. And the hardest part is to actually do the thing, to learn from mistakes and then make changes, even if, especially when you're very comfortable at where you are. You might not be you might not be in the best position to make the change right now, but as long as you're working towards improving yourself, eventually the pieces of the puzzle will come together. But if you do nothing, if you do absolutely nothing about trying to improve your life, meeting your goals, then you're probably going to be let down. But you have the best chance of meeting all your goals if you start with some goals. Just start with something, write something down, your milestones, put even 3 to 5 goals you'd like to accomplish in the next few years. Think about it really hard. Spend more time with that than anything else, because those goals are the starting point. So I might have been confused in different parts of my life and had a lot of tragedies and all kinds of stuff. But I always had these micro goals that I kept meeting, that I kept putting down, you know, and eventually it all came together. For example, in my teens, as lost as I was, one of my most difficult, challenging times in my life, one of my best friends had died. I was 18 years old. I was off to a new city. I never even left my neighborhood at that point. And some of my micro goals were so simple, but it helped keep me in line. I wanted to study abroad. I wanted to study in a different country. I wanted to get on this ship called Semester at Sea and go around the world. You know, very simple goals. It seems complicated, but it's very possible. And I just figured out how to do it. And little by little, it all started to come together and things started to make sense. So don't worry about like what you're going to really your big milestones in life. If you're nowhere near there, start with the micro goals. And today, we as a community, and pat yourself on the back for being in the right frequency, the right place. We as a community have met a huge goal: 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. The strongest platform, in my opinion. I've tried them all on all the social media. This is it. And I'm honored to be here. And I just want to say, like, really deeply reflecting on how I got here, it's kind of ironic because I started out my life in a video store. So I actually was raised, my father had a video store. I think he had 17 or 18 at his highest point, video stores. So I grew up every day after school, before school, I would go in a video store, weekends. I learned some of my biggest lessons, many of which I can't remember. I was so young, but they shaped me through through watching not just the video store, but watching technology change from the lack of ability to watch movies at home to being able to watch movies at home, and all through a videotape that you put in a VCR, that's what it was called, and you can watch it from your house. So ironically, then I became, I learned about money, and there's a whole story to that. And my father was an entrepreneur, so I learned a lot about business. That was my starting point. But when you put all this together, my whole life story, it's like, this is how I got to YouTube. Video. I started with video, and I'm here with video again. But now I'm putting decades of what I've poured all my energy into, finance, learning about money, managing money. And I'm mixing that with the birth of where I started. And I would have never known that if you asked me this even 5 months ago, let alone 10 years ago or 20, 30 years ago. So if you're in a place where you don't even know where you're going to be at next year, next week, you're lost right now. You don't even know, should you go to college? Should I get my degrees? What degree should I get? What's my next job? Where am I getting my next paycheck? How many kids should I have? Whatever the worry of the month is, or the worry of the day, just keep in mind the big picture. It's okay to not know right now. It's okay to not know where you'll be at that point in time. But it's not okay not to try, to start writing your goals down. Think about where you want to go in life. Design your life. Okay? That's one thing I did always have to get me here. Even through the hardest times, I had these micro goals, going back to it again. Micro goals. I had all these little goals that I wanted to accomplish, even going back in the video store. I was watching a lot of movies way before YouTube was even invented. I had access to movies. I was watching 5 years old, almost every movie I can get my hands on. And that was a learning experience at that time. No one ever did that before. You wanted to go to a movie at a certain point in history, you had to go to the theater, the movie theater, to watch a movie. The ability to watch it at home was revolutionary. That was the first YouTube. And I grew up right there. So I'm fit for this environment. I'm ready for this environment. But going back to the original message, I didn't always know this. So I want to share this story with you. I want to share this experience with you because I'm meeting a milestone today, but we're meeting a milestone today. And maybe this lesson can help you to achieve your own milestones that you have in your life, because you don't know where to start. You might be stuck. And that's the worst position to be in. That's why when you get in that position, you just have to do something. Just do something. Don't keep busy for this busy sake, but start with writing down some goals. And if you review the podcast episode that I did with Brian Tracy, I think it was episode 109, I believe. That's exactly what he stated. This is one of the most the highest rated success authors of all time, the leader in the whole subject of success and time management. And he says, start with writing down goals. It's so important, so true. All right, so with that said, I want to conclude, folks. Again, I'm very thankful for this community. I'm honored to be here. I'm going to bring a lot of educational videos, all different kinds of stuff too. So if you see things that you may not understand why I'm posting it yet, there's all a method to this. For example, the Clubhouse stages that was just posted, I'm going to be posting one of these events, premiering it once a week or twice a week for the next few weeks. You may not understand what exactly is going on. It's very action-packed. You can't see anything. It's all audio. I put a little video thumbnail or image so you can stare at it. But So you get a kind of an idea of what it's about, the time, the guest speaker. But it's an all audio platform. But the wisdom that was built in those stages, if you listen to it, you're going to learn a lot. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a lot of those things, and I have to do this, folks, because it's a part of what got me here, and I want to share that with you so you understand a little bit more about myself and where we could take this if we take that version and apply it to YouTube, which I plan on doing. It's in the works. I want to start eventually live streaming with some of these guests, bringing them back to YouTube, doing a YouTube version of that. It's not going to be the same experience. YouTube's not set up like that right now, but it could be better in a different way, and that's my intention. So with that said, thank you so much, folks. I appreciate you guys. Honored, again, 50K. That's really, I look at a lot of these YouTuber guys, they really, they make that a huge marking point. So I'm only halfway to getting at 100K, and I get this thing called a silver button, I think, which it's amazing. It's just like 1 million+ followers on Facebook, and you think that they would have given you more, like some kind of like badge or certificate over there. Nothing like that. And here, 100,000, 1/10 of that, they give you like this nice big plaque. So we're halfway there, and I'll share that video with you as soon as we get there. So if you can't, tell some of your friends to subscribe, and let's see if we can speed that process up and just grow together. Don't forget to watch the YouTube TV channel that I just put up on air. Well, it's actually TV channel. I got it on YouTube, but it's the Dr. Finance TV. It's a 24-hour loop, and I add all different types of. Actually, got 2 channels at the moment. And one I'm putting the speeches on, the Clubhouse events, and the other one I'm putting like podcasts and educational videos and stuff. So you got 2 different things working there. You can jump on anytime. I'm constantly uploading new videos to keep it fresh and stuff. So check that out. Also, that's under the live section on the YouTube page. Okay, so thank you again, folks. Dr. Anthony Criniti IV, also known as Dr. Finance. If you got any questions, put in the comments. Put in the comments. I'm there. I'm ready to go. I can't promise how many I will answer, but I definitely will, or my team will review as many comments as possible. So thank you, folks. Appreciate you guys. And if you want to learn out more information, go to drfinance.info. Don't forget to subscribe to their free newsletter. #1 way to get in contact with or get connected with this community. Okay, because the free newsletter that I give sends all the new updates on there automatically. Okay, so thanks again, folks. I'll see you on the next video. Dr. Finance.